What is up, YouTube, and welcome to this DCEU movie. So if you're new to the channel, a like and a subscribe is super appreciated. If you like what's going on here, if you find us for the first time, then please do click that like and stick around if you enjoy what we have, because we cover absolutely everything in cult media with a heavy focus on comic books and comic book adaptations, of course. But we've had some very cool stuff come out of a few podcasts that we've had. Now, the big news, of course, that Man of Steel 2 may possibly actually have a director, and it's the one which we all really hoped for. Now, Mark Millar, writer of some of the best comic book storylines of all time, and creator of Kick-Ass, which is one of the coolest comic book characters, I think, of recent times. Well, he's actually been on a podcast and has mentioned the fact that he was asked by Matthew Vaughn if he wants to get involved with the DCU, and that is Man of Steel 2. And he says that Matthew Vaughn was actually offered Man of Steel 2 just a while back, but Mark Millar is actually indebted and exclusive to Netflix because they actually bought Millar World. So Netflix have bought Millar, and that involves things obviously like Kick-Ass and all of the other original comics that Millar World, the publisher that obviously run by Mark Millar, have actually created. So it's an exciting time for us Netflix subscribers who, well, by now, if you haven't subscribed to Netflix, what the hell are you doing, and what do you do with your life? Let me know down in the comments what you do. Don't tell me you go outside, because, well, that's lame. But Millar World is exclusive, so that sadly means we won't ever get a Man of Steel written by Mark Millar, which is a real crying shame, because the whole combination of Jane Goldman, Matthew Vaughn, and of course original material by Mark Millar is an absolute dream team. Obviously, just look at Kick-Ass, look at Kingsman and the Kingsman sequel, which I actually really liked. And you're looking at some really good stuff there. And he hints towards that their trilogy would have actually been something else. It would have not been the Zack Snyder style. It would have been really full of hope. It would have been very Christopher Reeve. It would have been up there with Richard Donner's Superman, which a lot of people think is the be-all and end-all of Superman movies. You know what? It is. Obviously, the original Superman is absolutely stunning, and you can't really think of Superman without Christopher Reeve. It is iconic, and I think it'll be a while until Henry Cavill actually maybe, or if possibly, I'm not sure if he would ever reach up the huge sort of association that Christopher Reeve has with Superman. I mean, that's kind of what Adam West had until later on when Christian Bale took on the Dark Knight trilogy. So it does look like, I think, if the money is there, then Matthew Vaughn may actually take on the Man of Steel directing gig on his own without Mark Millar. But maybe if Mark can find a kind of a clause in his contract with Netflix that will allow him to actually work on a movie, which I can't see them actually not letting him do unless it completely goes wrong. And Joss Whedon has actually been tainted by his involvement with the Justice League, when previously he was on some sort of a streak, albeit Age of Ultron was absolute crap. I really did hate Age of Ultron. It's terrible. But I do love Avengers. So it does look like that will be happening, and I think that they may kind of be... The thing is, Matthew Vaughn was actually tipped as well for being being involved with Flashpoint, but I think that they want to save Matthew Vaughn for such a huge high-profile product as Superman, and I think they are better off using him for that kind of product. It is, of course, their flagship character it is, of course, Superman, the ultimate be-all of superheroes, with regard to Spider-Man, who I would really put in with the kind of prestige as well. So it does look like Matthew Vaughn is being involved and tipped for this movie, which he's also said that he would prefer to work with DC, and he would like to breathe some life into this, and I think that's probably a better and a more challenging role for him. James Wan also actually chose to work on Aquaman because that was more of a challenge, and hopefully he was able to kind of stick a trident in that challenge and completely crush it and give us an amazing Aquaman movie. And it may be just the fact that the solo movies that we get, like Wonder Woman, Aquaman and The Flash, are actually better than Justice League, which would be hopefully what we. But Matthew Vaughn directing Man of Steel 2 pretty much seems like a slam dunk. They may possibly change a lot of what's happened after Flashpoint as well to reboot this DCE, which possibly is very, very needed, and hopefully Warner Brothers stay out and stop meddling. But that is it for this video. I will please do drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon, and goodbye.